Wow. Well, the chat plugin seems to be going nuts. So we'll get a couple of things set up here. Hopefully you're hearing me okay, and I can't tell if you are or not because I need to bring in Welcome. Let's get rid of this one little thing going on here. Alrighty. So, welcome to the show. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful time. We're going to get things going tonight. We're just going to have a little bit of fun, Come on over to YouTube if you're on TikTok. I'll be paying more attention over there. So, without any further ado, we're going to get this thing started. So, here we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope everybody's having a good day, good fine time. So, tonight, we're doing something a little bit different. Welcome to Whose Live Is It Anyway, where the topics are made up and gifts on TikTok don't matter. I'd like to welcome Jenna into the studio. Thank you very much for coming by. Hello, Jenna. Welcome for coming to the show. Don't mind me. I'm just going to be prattling about and trying to get a few questions answered as much as I possibly can. So, what's this all about? Well, I'm letting people in the chats and elsewhere dictate what this show is going to be about today. So, if you want to help out with that, that's fine. Oh, by the way, if you'd like to come on screen and ask me questions, I do have a stage set up on my Discord. Just go ahead and join the Discord and we'll get you taken care of. So, got one little thing I need to take care of because my brain's not working very good. Need to figure out how to get this thing. Get that pop back up in there. Hey, Pat, how's it going? Hope things are doing okay. So, as you can see, we have Midnight in the Grotto as a stage event going on the Discord. The streaming over here for the chat in YouTube is also going to be coming up on the screen whenever it pops up. So, what do we want to talk about? Pat's telling me I need to repent and be baptized. No, thank you, Pat. I've tried the repentance route. It's not fun. So what would you like to talk about tonight? We could talk about, I don't know. Maybe the fact that Dahmer got it wrong on Netflix. Dahmer was not a Satanist. Just one of those things that people like to throw in there. The worst thing that you can possibly do on a channel is have dead air, right? Jenna says, hush your mouth, Pat. In fact, we're going to go ahead and add that one. I kind of like that. Thanks, Jenna. I really appreciate it. But we're getting this thing all figured out, and it looks like we're going to be having a little bit of stuttering problems with YouTube. But hey, we're getting this figured out. This is episode 2 since my new setup, so my apologies if things are weird. So, Dip 505, come on up. Come on over to YouTube. Check us out. We got a lot of things going on over there. It's a lot more interaction than with TikTok. I'd like to be having more people show up on the YouTube channel. That's where the thing is happening. It's where it's at. It's where everything's going down, as they say. And you can easily get to the YouTube channel just by typing in youtube.com/@GrumpsGrotto. Very quickly, easily done. YouTube has been nice enough to give us channel makers an name that we don't have to go ahead and go with a channel name. That is so awesome. But come on over. We're having fun over here. If you'd like to, like I said, you can join the Discord. The Discord link is in the YouTube channel. It's pinned to the top of the chat. And you can come over and talk with us. This could be just an easy chill out chat, or we could talk about things that are not so chill. And I'm reading the chat over here at TikTok. It makes it a lot harder to do this, I tell you. What drinks are being consumed, being served at the grotto? Well, we've got all sorts of things. We got soda, we got adult beverages, we got juice, we got whatever you need, whatever you want to have. Just come on over and join us. Eventually, I'll get my green screen to work properly. I think I know why the green screen's not working properly. Let's bring up the camera. Well, it seems to be working properly. It's just this thing causing a little bit of issues. Hey, let's just move this around until it gets faded out of the screen. Hey, there we go. That's much better. So, it's Ask an Atheist night. You want to ask an atheist a question, you got an atheist right here. You want to ask a Satanist a question, you got a Satanist right here. Come on up. Come on. Hey, Barstow Kid. Nice to meet you. Now, granted, there's going to be a little bit of delay between what's on TikTok and what's on YouTube. YouTube has the delay because that's where it's being broadcast to. But we're trying something a little bit different tonight, so. The great thing about coming over to the Discord channel is you do not need to have 1,000 followers in order to ask me questions live. The YouTube channel is youtube.com/@GrumpsGrotto. And it's really easy to get to. YouTube's being really nice about it. Come on over. Let's hang out. Let's have fun. I just want to have a chill talk. Let's see. Has anybody got any questions for me? Does anybody got any questions on atheism, on Satanism, on anything in the world you want? I know. Gotcha. But here we go. We're going to go ahead and get rid of this little thing down here, and it's down below. There we go. We got rid of that off the screen. And I have nobody coming into the Discord. That's fine, but I'd like to see more people who are on YouTube. Please ask me questions on YouTube. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about whatever we can. And we'll hopefully not have the too many delays on the screen, but, you know, get some other things. Here comes the peanuts for the peanut gallery. Pat has joined us over on YouTube. Hello, Pat. Do you have any questions for me? Any comments, any complaints, concerns? Don't give me too many of your complaints. I'm not going to be able to do anything about that. And I've got a question from Dip. Dip just asked me, how long have you been a LaVeyan Satanist? I've been a LaVeyan Satanist for about 3 years. And before that, I was exploring all sorts of things. I was an omnist. I actually helped found the Satanic Temple in my region. That's not something I'm very proud of, but it is something that actually occurred. But thanks for asking the question. Hey, native atheist. Cheers to you. You have? As soon as we figure out exactly everything that's going to be going down with this, we're going to be presenting more and more things on here. We're going to have a rant session where I'm just going to rant about whatever's going on in the news. We're going to have a section where we take questions and answers from the audience. We're going to have possibly some reviews of other channels. That could be fun. And there's so many other things I'd like to get going. I'd like to have some guests that are actual guests on the screen, where we will have a discussion and the audience is able to talk about things they want to. Hey, and there's Pat in the audience. What's up, Pat? Would you like to come up and have a few words? If you would like to, just raise your hand. Now, if I can figure out how to get you to come up, invite to speak. There we go.
What's up, Grumpy?
Hey, welcome to the strangeness that is Grumpy trying new things.
I think it's really cool, dude, and I appreciate the fact you're doing it across multiple platforms. I think um, that'll give people definitely the most opportunities to see and hear all the wisdom that you're going to impart to them. Oh,
Unfortunately, the people on TikTok won't be able to see you right now. As soon as I figure out how to get the studio to run at the same time as OBS, I'll be able to do that.
okay. Well, I
I'm
mean,
still
I just
working on
want.
that.
Well, they can hear me though, right?
I'm pretty sure they can hear you. If somebody out there in YouTube land can let us know that if Pat's coming through, if he's not, then it's on me. I did a
It's sure
little
they're okay
test on
either
it
way. I mean,
earlier.
I'm sure you'll work out the logistics. No, but I mean, I gave you a lot of shit. It's only because I like you. But yeah, I definitely think more conversation needs to be had, and I'm hoping that people take the time to stop by. I mean, I love what Jeff is on TikTok right now, doing his atheist troll bit. But it's just the same thing over and over again. I think if people actually took the time, you and I have had some pretty long discussions. I don't want to rehash here about, you know, what Satanism is, and it's as far as its countercultural beginnings, but I do think people who have misunderstandings about it should take the time to come in and ask you a couple questions, and
Yeah.
what's wrong.
And I apologize to anybody if they get this overbleed from. I was just checking to make sure the sound was working. Yeah, the whole thing is I'd like to see more people doing cross platforming. One of the people I'd love to see is doing it is Oz.
Oh,
Oz
absolutely.
Oz would be great for doing cross platforming because he's got a personality. He's got a better personality than I do. Go ahead and
Well,
tell
you're
him
not
that,
setting the
Jenna.
bar very high there, though, are you?
No, no, I'm not. But the whole thing is I've been experimenting with this for a while, trying to figure out how to get it to work so it's a lot more engaging. I'd like to engage people on TikTok a little more, but I don't want to have the constraints of TikTok. You don't know how easy it is to get flummoxed
Yeah,
out of TikTok.
I do now. I posted some stuff on actually early Christian doctrine, and I got I got banned for hate speech, even though I was quoting actual text by early church fathers.
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, using their own words against them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of hilarious. When it's embarrassing, it's hate speech.
Yes, that's the whole weird thing about it. But, you know, I've really enjoyed what everybody's been doing in the past. I mean, your show that you were doing with Biddy there for a while, that was a great show. Who is it? Oh, I'm trying to think of the African American lady that has a show that's going on. She's actually interviewed a lot of people I know from TikTok. And just seeing these people come out of their shell, talking to people, getting their story out about why they became atheist or why they left a church or religion. It's so fascinating and it helps other people, I think. But, that's
Yeah,
just me.
absolutely. I think hearing someone else's story sometimes gives people the courage to do it themselves, right?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I was fortunate growing up that I had a few what I call atheist role models. So um, that I do miss my grandfather saying it's all nonsense. like
Hmm.
oh, yeah, Grandpa, why Grandma goes to church all the time. It's just a bunch of nonsense. But he had felt it was harmless though. But
Yeah.
that was him. So but yeah.
And Jen is going, Pat! So,
Well, that's awesome. Well, I'm gonna bounce out. I just want to encourage my favorite midnight YouTube slash TikTok creator. So,
Hey,
keep up the good work, brother.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I really do. Take care.
You too.
Okay, so see, that was Pat. Pat Lowinger. He's usually in here giving me a hard time on TikTok. Go ahead and come on up and visit us on YouTube and spamf over into the other place here, and we'll go ahead and probably need to remove. How do I get somebody off the stage? See, I don't really know how to run everything on this thing. Okay, if I hit the. I don't know, Pat. I think you might have to clear yourself off the stage. Uh oh. OBS disconnecting, reconnecting. Oh crap. Okay, OBS reconnected successfully. I might have to try doing that. And they weren't brought up in any particular reason. And there goes the OBS reconnection again. See, this is the whole fun thing about using this technology is it's slow as schnot sometimes. But you were not born up in raised up in any particular religion. You're lucky. I was trapped into learning all sorts of different weird things. So, you know, it's so much better when you're not. But the whole ideas that you're doing are learning where you're coming from, where you're going, what you're doing, without having this thing that's bothering you that you need to do these certain things or you're not going to earn this alleged reward. That's the whole thing that I have a problem with. But if you'd like to go ahead and ask me questions on TikTok, I will try to answer them. I'll try to keep an eye on the chat in there. Let's see, where's that little thing that you do to bring over? There's the screen where it gets bigger. Let's see what it does to things on the screen over here, though. Lisa, hello, hello. So, what is your creed as a Satanist? Rick Wright asks. Well, my creed as a Satanist is the nine satanic nine satanic statements. Can't talk tonight. The nine satanic statements, the nine satanic sins, which the primary one is stupid or stupidity, and the 11 rules of the earth, which covers things where we do not do anything towards children or animals unless it's called for, and the children we don't touch at all. But, sorry, I was answering something on the YouTube chat that I didn't feel needed to be read out publicly. So, do you think war is necessary? War is a necessary evil as long as men and women cannot get along. Wars are caused by a lack of access to resources, want of territory, wanting more resources, needing more land. As long as these things are necessary evils in the world, there will be war. That's my opinion. But, it's just one of those things. We have somebody in TikTok from Slovenia. That's kind of interesting. But as a Satanist, I see nonconformity as a good thing. But at times, nonconformity is what causes conflict. Well, that's an interesting statement, Rick. And to answer Cyber Freak for you, I am trying new things. I'm just trying to see how things work out when I'm using cross platform. I would like to get more and more people over onto the YouTube channel where I can have guests easily. You don't have to have the 1,000 followers in order to have comments made. You can even come into the Discord. I have a stage running where you can pop into my Discord stage and you can ask questions there. I do still ask that people be over the age of 18 before coming on air, just for legal purposes. Do you? Okay, we got another good question here. Do you think it's possible to be secular Christian like they're secular Jews? I don't see why not. I don't see why we can't have secularism in the churches. But you have to remember that secularism does not jive well for the fundamentals of Christianity. But a lot of people who um, are still going to church and are secular, they're usually physically in but mentally out. So, and that's something I've borrowed from the Jehovah's Witnesses. It's a very interesting little thing. You're sitting in there, you're going there for the sense of community. The need for that is very strong within us. We are a very tribal society. We really want there to be others who will be there for us if we need them. That's just my personal opinion on that part. I hope that helped out there, Barstow. Hey, Dark Queen Poison, thanks for joining. There's a lot of us who are getting tired of the TikTok platform. That's why we're trying to convert people over to YouTube, trying to get our following to come with us. We'd love to see more people over here on YouTube. There's so much more we can do with the platform than we can with this platform. This is a great platform. Don't get me wrong. TikTok is great for getting out short, quick videos and getting a point across. But as far as having intellectual discussions and everything, it starts to bomb out when you've got certain words that are used. I probably just used a flag word. Who knows? Uh, any other questions? Any other comments? We're going to go as long as we possibly can, and we're going to see how this is going to go. In about 30 minutes, we're in 30 minutes into the show. I'd like to give some shout outs if I can. I'd like to thank Pasta Mike for giving me the courage to come online and do things. I'd like to thank Oz for being there. Oz is of the Atheist Network group, is one of the best people out there to encourage you in any type of thing that you're trying to do. He's really helped me develop my personal presence. Pat, Pat Lowinger, long conversations late at night have really helped. These are just a few people that I'd like to shout out that have really made an impact on my life. The Atheist Troll, TikTok, please don't ban me. He's the one that got me involved in all of this. So he's to blame for me being on this screen. So I've got my shout outs out of the way. I feel better. I forgot to shout out one other person. The other person is Haley the Punk Rocker on TikTok. Without Haley's encouragement and help throughout all this that I've been developing, how to do the channel, this would not be here. And I always forget to tell them I'm going live, which I should probably do right now. So, with that being said, you're going to watch Grumps as he goes on Snapchat to tell his friend that he is live. Live on YouTube and TikTok. And don't forget to send a little bit of love their way. There we go. All right, that's better. And my TikTok live just crashed. Due to an internet error. Well, that might have been a good thing to have a reset go on. We're going to go ahead and get the background back up. And if it wouldn't be an atheist webcast without having all these issues, would it? I mean, it seems to be one of those things, it's almost requirement of being on an atheist TikTok or anything like that, is that you have crashes happen. Then there, of course, there's all of us that love to mute the mic. I think we'll go with the ghost. There we go. And we're back on TikTok. Good question right here. Look at all these questions that are coming up that are good from our dear friend Dip. One of the reasons why I think there's a lot of fundamentalist Christians and Muslims on TikTok is because they realize how powerful of a platform it is. It reaches millions and millions of people all the time. And with that, it provides them a place to get their voice out. That's why you have some of the weird ones like Locke and those type of things. That's interesting. It just took away my green screen. We'll try that again. There we go. But I was watching He Who Shall Not Be Named, Voldemort. I will call him Voldemort from now on. People will know who I'm talking about. Um, Talking to a Christian the other, yes, there. Actually, it was this morning. It was this morning. It's talking about the Trinity and trying to show how the Trinity just is not biblical and how it doesn't work well and how they do things there. I mean, he was going all the way back to Genesis, where the Christian was going, where you say in the second verse of the Bible, he is mentioned 3 times, and they use that as an example of the Trinity. Yeah, weird. But I refuse to use the person's name because I don't want to get tagged by that. Some of you know who I'm talking about. They've been through some issues. They were once an atheist. That's all I'm going to say. What's up, Nora? Hello, Maleficus. Anybody else who's still hanging out in here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on over to the YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/@GrumpsGrotto. You can find it pretty damned easily. YouTube's been kind to us, small creators. They're giving us more efforts of doing ways of getting us to whatever. I'm mumbling now. Anyway, please feel free to make comments in the YouTube channel and tell me what you would like to see done in Whose Live Is It Anyway? I really want to make this your program, not just my program. I want to be able to address what you want to talk about, not just what I want to talk about. And I'm going to take and change it from the ghosting thing because my arms moving and stuff are distracting, even to me. Bloody hell. When you got big thumbs and you're trying to do things, this is what happens. That's better. We'll use that one. There we go. I originally started doing my lives at midnight to talk about Satanism because Satanism is one of the most misunderstood forms of atheism there is out there. But then it turned into I only get questions about how do I join your organization? How do I join the Illuminati? How do I get money from, and how do I do this? How do I do that? That has nothing to do with what we're about. It's one of the things I wish people could understand. But I digress. Any other questions from TikTok? Do we have any questions from TikTok? There's nobody in TikTok right now, of course. Well, there's an interesting discussion going on about Tang over in the YouTube channel. We're talking here about and Tang is a very good idea. We just need to keep it going. The Atheist Network Group, it's a platform trying to get the voice of atheism out there, and it's Atheist Your Way hashtag. And we really do think that atheism should be done your way. It does not have a set code, rules, and stuff like that. Might be why I decided to go ahead and tack on Satanism, because I need a little bit of structure in my life. I need to have a little bit of help understanding things like that. Yes, spooky. Tang, the Atheist Network Group. It was a very awesome idea. We need to keep it going. We need to keep the juices flowing in there. We need to get more people involved with the network. We need to have more people producing shows for the channel, I think. That way we can keep the channel going when Oz doesn't have all this on his head trying to keep the channel going. And thanks for coming over to the YouTube channel there, Spooky. I really appreciate it. We can really make this something, though, for all of us. Well, I'm going to make a comment here on what Dip just said. Dip was thinking when we said Tang, I was thinking of the orange juice from NASA. You know, I think it was even worse when we were Tart on there. The Atheist Round Table, otherwise known as Tart. I was like, ooh, look, we're part of a Tart group. I'm a Tart. Are you a Tart? But anyway, I'm sorry. It was just fun. But that was a brainchild of somebody else. And we do want you to think. We have the word tang, it makes you think. That's what I think is all about. I keep on saying we. I have very little to do with Tang. I just run their server on Discord. But I always feel like it's a we thing because I've been involved with Tang and Tart for a very long time. It's a very wonderful community. We keep saying there is no satanic communities out there. There isn't. But there are atheist communities. If you like to have that feeling of community, join up with us atheists anywhere you find us. We would love to talk. That's one of the things that separates me from a lot of Satanists I know is that I love forming community. I don't form it underneath the banner of Satanism. I form it underneath the banner of atheism. Oh, and I have a question down here from Blanca Kristen. Why are you a Satanist? Well, I'm a Satanist because I've always been a Satanist. I was born a Satanist. I didn't recognize I was a Satanist until about 3 years ago. But it is the way I have been. It's the way I do things. It's the way I think about things. That is why I'm a Satanist. And Satanist does not mean that I worship some guy with horns and carries a pitchfork. I don't worship anybody. I don't believe in any gods, any deities, any demons, any spirits. Don't bring it up. Or those other types of things for that matter. Anything that does with the metaphysical world, I'm like, metaphysical world, that word meta, it really gets to me. Ooh, hello, dancing under the moonlight. Thank you, thank you. I hope that helped you understand that a little bit, Bianca. A lot of people don't understand that little thing is that when we say we've been Satanists all of our lives, we just didn't realize it from the beginning. It's because we didn't understand that we agreed with the basic principles of Satanism. And to learn the basic principles of Satanism, all you need to go to is to go to the Church of Satan website. Look up Church of Satan on the internet, go to the .com that's listed there, and you will find a lot of stuff that will help you understand what a Satanist is. Don't take what you hear from the pulpit. If you take what you hear from the pulpit, that's going to be a problem. And that's one thing you really, really don't want to do. All right. Any other questions, any other comments, any concerns? I don't want to take care of complaints, but I'll take them. If you got a complaint for me about doing what I'm doing tonight, please let me know either here in the comments or send me a direct message. You can direct message me either on here, on YouTube, TikTok. Let's see. You can join the Discord and send me feedback there if you want to. I'm going to be opening up some channels on my Discord channel. Discord channel is going to be listed in the show notes. It's also available in my bio. If you look at my bio on TikTok, just click that little thing. It's a link tree. It takes you straight to my links, and it gives you a link to the Discord. Twisted Savage King. All right, we're going to talk about the elephant in the room here. So many people think that I have a voice for radio. I don't hear it myself. I hear a lot of mistakes when I'm talking. I hear a lot of blah, 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 and my tongue getting tight around its eye teeth so I can't see what I'm saying. So I don't understand why people say you have a voice for radio. But, I do get that. Maybe that's why my brother is in radio. Who knows? The funny thing is that you want to know how long it took me to develop the ability to even talk on TikTok. I was scared to death to come up. I'm still scared to death of going to one place. Neil and I have been bantering back and forth, trying to come up with a time for me to come on his show. And I keep on pushing it off and pushing it off because Neil leaves me tongue-tied. I'm very scared to go on that show. I don't know why. Neil the 604 Atheist is a great show. I'd love to answer his questions. I would love to have a discussion with him. I'd love to hang out in the after party. There's some people in the after parties that I love dearly. But I'm so scared to talk to Neil. That's a stupid thing, I know. I mean, Neil even got Aunt Jer to come on. And there was over a year before I even heard Aunt Jer's voice on Discord. And every time Aunt Jer was being listening, I'd go, "Oh, look, it's Aunt Jer. She's just listening away. She likes to take notes and all this." I'm giving her a bad time about being on all the time. But Aunt Jer, I love Aunt Jer. But does anybody else have any more questions? I mean, that's the only problem with doing this type of a show is I rely on you, the audience, to fuel what I'm saying. I love having people come in to where I can talk to them because that's where I get a lot of things going. I prefer to have it done over on my Discord now than on the TikTok just because I have more control over things there. and I can control the audio and all this stuff. Next week, if I can find a guest, I would love that. Oh, Jenna. Jenna. You do some really good content when you're out there, Jenna. I love seeing your content. It just is really fun. And to think you're sitting on the floor doing that. I don't know what I'd do if you actually had yourself in a desk chair. I mean, that would blow me away. Sorry, Jenna. But this is the type of thing I'd like to do here, though. And I keep on repeating myself, and I'm going to have to edit the hell out of this after I'm done. And I'll be pulling little bits of it out and creating content. So, but any more questions? I'm going to be staying live for about another 12 minutes. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut the lines on the OBS, and I'll be hanging out in the Discord for a while. So if you'd like to talk to Grumps one-on-one, you can always come over to the Discord. Discord link is in the bio. Look under the link tree. Look for the Discord. Of course, Jenna, you've got that microphone that I'm jealous of. I mean, I've just got this little thing here. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't look pretty like yours. Yep. I would love to have Reaper as a guest, but Reaper's been balking at that. Kenny, I don't know if I could handle Kenny as a guest. All right, got about 10 minutes left that I'll be streaming on TikTok. I might stream a little bit longer over here, but who knows? Again, here's the call out for everybody. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please let me know. If you would like to send me questions you'd like to have me answer on the air, that'd be fine too. If you don't want to come on the air but have questions and you don't want me to post your little picture up, that would be something I could do too. And the good thing about coming over to my Discord is I can start networking you with where there's some other great people out there who have great content, great personalities that talk about atheism. They're not talking about atheism from my point of view. My point of view, it seems to be the black sheep of the atheist family. Nobody really likes the fact that we're around. They like what our misunderstood cosplay community does, but they don't really know what to think about us being around. Oh, spooky, you just got called out. All right. I'm going to go ahead and strip down to just being one-on-one with everybody here on YouTube. So that kind of sounds weird, doesn't it? Strip down. Anyway, remember, Saturday nights, midnight, YouTube at Grumps Grotto. Join us next week for another episode of Whose Live Is It Anyway? See you soon, TikTok. All right, we got them taken care of. Now let's pop this out of here and let's get the regular thing going here. We're just going to flip over into where it's just, ooh, me in the weird background of the meteor shower here. So let's get the YouTube back up. See, the real fun part about doing this, you see, Jenna sits over there and helps with the production over there on the Atheist Network Group. I have no producer. I am the producer, the host, and everything. Yes. Saturday nights, midnight, Central Time, is when I will be going live. Every Saturday night. Throughout the week, I'm going to try and drop 2 or 3 videos on YouTube here and try to keep things interested and percolating. I'm working on trying to get a news show together, and I'm working on trying to figure out how I want to do an interview show. I'd love to have pointers on how to do those. And all those other things there. So anybody who has ideas, drop me an email. You can send me an email at editor@baedon, BAEDONWBZ.com. So that's where you can drop me an email. I will be eventually getting a website set up just for Grump's Grotto, but until then, Baedon Webs is where that's going to happen. This little thing doesn't help out much. Patreon will be coming down the line. Waiting till I have at least 100 subscribers, which I'm getting there. I've got 56 subscribers. Thank you very much to everybody who subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it. Who are my latest subscribers anyway? I think that's on my OBS. Let me see who my latest subscribers are. Agnostic Pagan Mom, P-Town, and Super J808 are my 3 latest subscribers. I thank you very much for joining the channel. It's nice to have you on board. It really helps. It encourages me to continue doing this. But I've spouted on enough tonight and monologued. Again, thank you for coming. Remember, every week at midnight, Saturdays, midnight from the Grotto with Grumps. I'll get that outro fixed one of these days. So in the meantime, we'll just replay the intro. And thanks for visiting. How the hell do I get out of here?